I'm sorry, Angel has a question.
Angel's talking. Oh, she's ringing. It's connecting.
Oh, she's trying again. Here we go.
You're on stage in front of 3,000 people. Don't swear, don't say anything rude.
The connection works so much better in his suit.
Headphones going in.
Okay. Hi, we're big fans of you.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
You're actually wearing a Spider-Man shirt. That's amazing. Who's that?
I don't know.
He's not important. Well, guys, listen. It's lovely to speak to you, and you guys are amazing. This has been really fun.
I hope you enjoy your stay at Houston.
I will. It's been amazing. Anyway, bye, guys. Have a lovely day. Bye. Thanks.
There you go.
We're buds now. We've got a new friend.
Okay, before I let you go, one thing I think all of us are curious about. I know, we've got things to do. Stan Lee,
Yes.
meeting with him, what was it like? What kind of interaction did you have with him? Any interaction? Was he filmed at another point, you never saw him, never met him, or have you connected with him?
I met Stan for the first time on Spider-Man Homecoming when he was doing, "Hey Marjorie, how's your mother?" And he was lovely. It was a huge honor to meet him, you know. I mean, just growing up, I've been a fan of his, watching the movies, seeing him pop up here and there. And then the next time I saw him, he was filming like the Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, and one other film, I can't remember what it was, at the same time. It might have been Black Panther. And I saw him as 3 different versions of Stan, like that day. And he is an amazing man, honestly. Like and the thing as well that's amazing about Stan is he loves talking about Marvel. Thanks guys. He loves talking about his journey, how he came up with these characters, where he took the characters, where he took the characters, and thank you so much.
Oh my God!
Amazing. That was real love. That one.
A nice, delicate little voice loving you. Did you get any insight into the character? Did it help you think of him differently after hearing the true origin from the man who was involved in creating him?
You know, after Civil War, I didn't meet him during Civil War. I met him first in Spider-Man Homecoming, so I lost the ability to speak there. Spider-Man Homecoming. Thanks, guys. I love you so much. But what was I saying? I was talking about Stan. And then Stan said to me at the premiere of Civil War that he approved. And he thought I was great, and he was proud of me, and that he thought I was doing a great job. And for me, that's all I ever needed, you know? If you can convince the man who created the character that you are the character, then I felt like I did my job, and thanks so much.
As they scream out, "You're the best," and all that, I think most people in this hall would agree Homecoming is the best of all the Spider-Man movies. No small part to you as not just playing the role, but you as an actor, that you bring a certain compassion and realism to that character. It needed, that brings it alive and makes it feel accessible to all of us that are fans. And I'm curious, what have you... I'm gonna get this last question out, and then you can all scream. Oh, are you leaving, Angel?
No, don't leave me.
Oh, Angel's need to get some water.
Brothers now, bro.
What did you learn about yourself, or to better understand who you are and the journey you've been on from playing the character of Spider-Man?
That's a deep question, man. Everybody buckle up. What have I learned about myself? That I'm awesome? No, I'm kidding.
Because I really know some of Peter Parker's journey is similar to your journey in a way.
Well, I wasn't bitten by a radioactive spider, so I can't relate.
Okay.
No, I. Do you know what? That's a really tough question. I could go on for ages about it. You know, for me, playing a character like Peter Parker, it's kind of like playing your own role model. Because, thanks so much, dude. I love that. Thank you. You're the best. But because if I got bit by a spider and got superpowers, I'd tell everyone right away. Immediately, I'd be like, oh, no, way, I'm actually Spider-Man. But he doesn't. He keeps it to himself to protect the people closest to him and to remain humble, you know?
Yeah.
And that is an amazing thing, especially for someone who grows up in the industry that I've grown up in, to follow, you know? So for me, I haven't learned as much from being the character, it's from sort of watching the character.
You mentioned, you would tell everyone. I heard a story about you were embedded in a high school here in the U.S.
I was.
for 3 days to learn what regular high school kids in the U.S. go through,
Yeah.
and you didn't keep the secrets so well then either.
Do you know what? Does it have a thing? It's meant to shoot something out, right?
Yeah,
Whichever toy company makes these, I better get some of these after I've worn this. No, at the high school was so funny because I went to the Bronx School of Science, which is for genius kids, you know, and I am definitely not a genius. And I went to the school like really sort of like, do you know what? I'm gonna really try, and I'm gonna try and keep up and see if I can figure out what it is that these kids are talking about. And my first lesson was like maths to a level I didn't even know existed. You know, you'd see like the whole board covered in numbers, and that was one question. When I was at my school, that was 50 questions, and it was 2 plus 2 is 5. It's 4. It is 4, isn't it? Thanks.
Thank you, Angel.
But yeah, no, it was fun actually. I remember sitting next to this girl in class. And at the school I was going to, you had to go through quite rigorous tests to get in, right?
And just to remind everyone, none of the movies have come out yet.
None of the movies have come out yet. Had Civil War come out?
Oh,
No, I don't think it had. I don't even know if I'd shot Civil War yet. No, I must have done. But Civil War hadn't come out. Civil War is the Captain America, Iron Man one. No, yeah, it has now. We'll talk about it backstage. We'll figure it out. But, so I was talking to this girl next to me, and she's like, dude, how are you here? Like, how did you get into school? Like, I just don't understand. You show up halfway through the term, and you just expect us to accept you? I'm like, it's a bit tough. And I said to her as a joke, in my English accent, I was doing an American accent as well, by the way, while I was there. I was like, do you want to know my secret? And she looked at me like I was a madman. I was like, I'm actually Spider-Man. Can you imagine a 19-year-old boy who's never been seen before ever saying that? I think she just thought I was a nut job. She didn't talk to me for the rest of the class. So smooth.
Do you ever wonder what it was like when she finally saw the film?
I don't know. I had it was an amazing experience actually. It was to be in a room filled with kids who were going to go on to do incredible things. The guy who was looking after me was a really nice guy called Arun, and he was studying in robotics. And he is going to go on to learn how to make prosthetic arms or prosthetic legs and help people's lives in a way that I could never do because I just don't have that brain, you know. And it was amazing to sit down with someone who is actually just that clever and has that imagination, but an imagination in a way where they can build things and do amazing things. And it was just amazing to be in a classroom of 30 kids who are probably the smartest people I've ever met and will go on to do amazing things.
Well, I think what you can't miss the fact is all you've done for so many people with giving them the joy, the stories, for being our Spider-Man. Everyone, let's hear it for Tom Holland.
You two over there. Come on, right here, right here.
All the Spider-Men, right up here front. We're gonna take a break room picture really quick. Everyone who's in the Spider-Man costume, right here. Put the little kids on the stage. Everybody right up front. Everybody else clear. We're gonna clear the room for the next panel. But if you have Spider-Man con, if you have any kind of Spider-Man outfit, make your way to the front. We're gonna take a picture here in just a second. I need everybody to clear in front of the stage if you do not have a Spider-Man costume on, please.